Greetings everyone, and welcome to the Food Whisperer. I am the Food Whisperer, James P. Madon of Megalife 21, the hardest hitting internet talk radio station on the planet, and I am doing this video for my very hard hitting and fast growing new group called the Truth Whisperers. And you normally will see me, in past shows. If you look on the internet, on YouTube, you will normally see me with Tom Mulvihill, the Beer Whisperer. But I'm flying solo right now, and I just got back from a wonderful ethnic farmers market in Paterson, New Jersey, on Railway Avenue. Multi-ethnic actually, but I needed some items from the Latin store. In this case, I was running low on amaranth. Okay, and in Peru, they call it kiwicha, I believe. Yeah, kiwicha, probably an Indian name. All right, most likely an Inca name, because it doesn't sound Spanish to me. Kiwicha. All right, I needed amaranth, and there I have a new bag of amaranth. And the quinoa pretty much comes in the same bag. Now, I generally add equal amounts of both. Anytime I eat quinoa and amaranth, I always add each one every time I prepare it, because the truth is that quinoa is very high in vitamin content, but lower on minerals as compared to vitamins, whereas amaranth is high in minerals, much higher in minerals compared to its vitamin content. So they both complement each other. All right, so I always add equal amounts of both the amaranth and the quinoa. Very low prices at this Latin market over by the farmers markets in Paterson. And then of course I got some, can't do without this, extra hot habanero hot sauce, El Yucatan. Alright, very hot, very potent. Alright, extra hot. I know it's a small bottle, but a little goes a long way with habanero peppers. Very high on the Scoville unit. Okay, they have different varieties. They had a green one, but this one had 3 X's, extra hot, and that's the hot sauce for me. El Yucatan. All right, I use it often. Also, I know it's like Peruvians. When I used to work with them, they used to bring fresh limes to work to put on their meat that they had prepared for lunch, that they brought in containers. They use a lot of fresh lime, which is what goes into ceviche. Okay, then I ran low on Arepa mix, and there is the company that I like the most. I like this the best, Don Arepa. It has the most flavor, and also it's the easiest to find in yellow corn. I prefer the yellow, Amarillo, or Amarillo. Okay, as you can see. All right, very reasonable prices. All right, Don Arepa. I love arepas. They're fried corn cakes. You can also grill them. It originally comes from the Native Americans of South America, okay, in Central America. All right, it did not come from Spain. So, of course, corn is a New World grain, and this is probably the tastiest, or one of the very tastiest forms of corn you can possibly eat, is in an arepa corn cake, which is generally pan fried. All right, I love to eat this as a side dish for breakfast along with eggs. Okay, it's my favorite side dish. It's a lot better than hominy grits, and it's very enjoyable. Okay, now I want to talk about a little bit about a subject that is usually done on my segment called the Chiseler's Hall of Shame. All right. Now, I want to say shame on you to all of the American frozen food companies that produce frozen foods, you know, for the convenience of Americans that don't have time to prepare meals, or maybe they're too lazy and they want convenience to use their microwave. But all of them, I've tried all of them, and none of them live up to the advertisement. The advertisement claims on the TV commercials, they all look like very large portions, very tempting, just like with fast food. But when you open up the box and you nuke it and you see the tiny, stingy, rip-off portions that you get for the premium price that you pay for these frozen dinners now, their prices are all jacked up. They're not cheap. And you will be astonished how different and how far they are from the photos and images in the advertisement. This one, Mama Celeste, there is no Mama Celeste. She's fictitious, like the Quaker oatmeal man, the old man. He doesn't exist. Okay, all of these people, these fictitious people, are part of a marketing scheme to make you think it's you know, the recipe was designed and put together by an old Italian lady, and that it's like home cooking, just like Grandma used to make. When meanwhile the person is fictitious, does not exist. Mama Celeste frozen pizza tastes like crap, just like all the other frozen pizzas. Some of them are expensive, over $4-5 each. Yeah, there's another old lady on the market too, but I can't remember it now. But that's an example. They're fictitious. The next one, look, whether it be this company, Stouffer's, whether it be Marie Calendar, it doesn't matter. Encore frozen dinners, they all screw you. They all gyp you with poor quality food and very small portions. As you can see, it looks like a great big Salisbury steak, which is nothing but a damn hamburger with brown gravy on it, and a heaping helping of baked macaroni and cheese. But they are tiny when you actually take it, you know, take it out of the box, or you know, take it out of the microwave. They screw you over big time. Okay, the worst has to be, I guess it's made by Swanson. The worst, the biggest joke is the Hungry Man dinners. Hungry Man? Hungry what man? Mini-me? The smallest jockey in the world? You know what I mean? A microscopic Hungry Man? It's far from being a real man-sized Hungry Man dinner. It tastes like the shits. Alright, very poor quality and flavor, and tiny portions for the money. Believe me, it is not a Hungry Man dinner, at least not a real Hungry Man's dinner. Okay, and I think this might be made by Swanson. It's an old company, but it's absolute crap. It tastes like crap, and it's a ripoff. Okay, another scam of deregulated American companies allowed to screw the public. The food industry is no stranger to screwing the public, lying to the public, deceiving the public. All right, overcharging the public. No stranger to deregulation is the U.S. food industry. So that's my Chiseler's Hall of Shame. Shame on you, Encore, Swanson, Hungry Man, Marie Calendar, Mama Celeste, Stouffer's, all of them. Shame on you. Now, what I want to talk about is something that I've been doing that have been very successful, and that is I have been making my own organic multi-grain whole whole grain granola. I've been making my own homemade granola by simply taking equal amounts of whatever combination of grains I want to put in the mix. Like you could take a quarter of a cup each, or a third of a cup each, or a half of a cup each, whatever. Let's just take a third of a cup, for example. Okay, you can make more. I would put, like, let's say, a third of a cup of millet, a third of a cup of quinoa, third of a cup of amaranth, third of a cup of bulgur, cracked wheat, you know, that the Middle Eastern people often eat, bulgur wheat. You can put rolled oats, third of a cup of rolled oats, which I do because rolled oats is the main ingredients for granola. You gotta have the oats. I haven't done the steel cup, but I've done the rolled oats. And whatever grains you want to use. I mean, you can use kasha buckwheat, which is very highly nutritious. It's not even in the wheat family. Actually, amaranth and quinoa are pseudo grains. They're not really the seeds of cereal grasses. It's the fruit of a specific plant. All right, but extremely highly nutritious. So what you do is you put all the dry ingredients into a medium-sized stainless steel pot with no water in it, and you put the flame on very low, and you shuffle it back and forth. You watch it, keep an eye on it, and smell to make sure it doesn't burn. But keep the flame on low, and keep on shuffling it back and forth by the handle and mixing all the grains evenly. And eventually all these grains will become brown. So I shut the heat off when it becomes like a medium brown, which means it's pan toasted, you know, dry toasted, and it's cooked. You don't have to worry about boiling it. So I let it cool down. Then I put it in like a Rubbermaid, a plastic container, or I use the Glad containers because they're rectangular and they all stack evenly and they take up less space. All right, in the refrigerator. Okay, you can freeze it if you have room. And then with all these toasted grains in there, I put raw flaxseed. I'll put sometimes I'll put raw sesame seeds, either the domesticated ones or the wild black sesame seeds. Okay, I will put this desert cactus wildflower honey powder that I get in the big Korean market, H-Mart. The honey powder is put out by Arizona Farms. Very tasty, highly nutritious raw honey in a powder form, so you don't have to deal with all the gooey stickiness. And then I would sometimes, if I feel like it, I would add raisins. You know, you could add organic Manuka raisins, or you can, if you want, you can add chopped dates, okay, which are very delicious. So you can add whatever dry fruit you like. If you want to add some figs, you want to add some sliced, chopped up prunes, which are dried plums to you young people, or apricots. Some say apricots, but whatever. You know, whatever natural form of sweetener you want to add. Then you mix it all up, you shake it in the container. You don't need a spoon. And you keep it refrigerated. And that's my granola. It's absolutely delicious. You save a lot of money on store-bought granolas. And you can pick and choose the most nutritious grains in the world, like I did. All right? It's a meal in itself. I mean, with the nutritional value of those grains I just mentioned. I mean, absolute meal in itself. So that's pretty much it. The weather is becoming very dry and windy. You know, summer is coming to a close. It happens to be the unofficial ending of summer. It is late September. Okay, well, when this video was being filmed, Sunday, September 9th, 2012. Okay. So, thank you for joining me for the Food Whisperer and the Chiseler's Hall of Shame. Healthy and enjoyable eating, please. stay away from the refined carbs. The white flour and the white sugar is the biggest poison and hazard to your health, and of course trans fats. Nothing that says hydrogenated oil should be consumed. Okay? If they tell you it's trans fat free and it says hydrogenated oil, then they're lying to you. And they do. Bye-bye.